So I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Judy Miller. I do some of the basic training webinars. We do the Campaign Builder webinar every Thursday. I am recording this so that you guys will get a recording about right after lunchtime. And I will show a few slides first, and then we're going to get right into the application to create a very simple campaign. If you have any questions, please feel free to write them in the question box, and I promise to get to them before the end of the webinar. And I'm going to try to get this all fit in about 45 minutes, so I'm trying to concatenate it a little bit so that you guys aren't a whole hour-long webinar. So let's get started. By the end of this webinar, you're going to be able to create a simple campaign, and I'm also going to show you how to get campaigns for free, and there's my yep for free. I love getting free things, especially when it's valuable, so I'll be giving that to you during the webinar and showing you how to get those. With your Infusionsoft application, you do have access to our Help Center. I gave you a little summer flair here because it's going to be 90 degrees this week in Arizona, so I'm super excited about that because I love the warm weather. You have access to our Help Center, which is help.infusionsoft.com. At help.infusionsoft.com, you have access to our user guide. You have access to our support numbers that are here from 5 in the morning until 5 at night, and access to more self-help learning. There's different videos called mastermind videos that you can just do a search for. Hey, Judy, can I create a survey inside Infusionsoft? Go to our Help Center, type in Create Survey, and the article or the video will pop right up. So there's all sorts of great information in there in help.infusionsoft.com. I'm also going to be sending you this. This is an amazing, amazing resource. One of the coaches that used to be a coach here, now she's one of the partner trainers, created this technical document, and it goes over every single part of the campaign builder. Any question that you have about it, it has an arrow with a little box, and then there's a little informational piece on it. It's about 5 pages long. It's Campaign Builder Overview, and I'm going to be sending you this PDF. I'm sure that you'll use this more than you'll ever listen to this webinar again because it's absolutely amazing and it will really help you out. So it's very, very valuable, and that's my gift to you for coming to the live webinar, so thank you. So when building a campaign, believe it or not, there are only 2 major ingredients. Like when you're building a cake, you need your flour and you need your sugar. With Infusionsoft, there's just 2 basic ingredients that you have to know to build a campaign. Then you put them together in patterns and you can build an even more complex campaign. Let me tell you what those 2 ingredients are. The first ingredient is a goal, and a goal is represented in Infusionsoft with a circle. A goal is what you want the contact to do. It's like a trigger, but I didn't want to put a gun there, so I put the little circle. And it's what you want the contact to do or what you want the contact to accomplish. We have lots of different goals inside Infusionsoft. So in your toolbar, you'll see a web form is submitted. We call it a web form, but you may know it as a Contact Us form or a Sign Up form or a registration form. There's a landing page submitted. There's a tag is applied to a contact record. There's an email link is clicked or a product is purchased. These are all goals. As you can see, they're all circles, and the one we're going to focus on today is a web form is submitted. That's the goal that we're going to create today for our simple campaign. So a goal is represented by a circle, and it's what you want the contact to achieve. The second ingredient is a sequence. And a sequence is what happens after that contact has achieved the goal that you chose. It's the magic or what happens automatically next. It's represented in Infusionsoft by a rectangle with a clock in the middle, and those are supposed to be 2 emails at the end, but they look like a barbell. When a goal is achieved, when a contact reaches that goal, Infusionsoft pushes them into this sequence, and this is where the magic happens. Let me show you some of the magic. In the toolbar to the left in the Campaign Builder, and we'll get in there, you can see there's lots of tools. There's communications, and there's processes, and there's also timers. I didn't show you the timers. But I'm going to show you an example right now before we get into the Campaign Builder. You can send an email. You can add a timer for maybe 2 or 3 days. Automatically send another email that follows up with that person. Maybe wait 2 or 3 days again, and then create a task for yourself to give that person a call. All done automatically inside that sequence in the Campaign Builder, automation magic. It all happens inside that sequence. So there's 2 ingredients to a simple campaign. When you build out these ingredients again and again, you can build out a more complex campaign. If you can remember these 2 ingredients, you can build a campaign. A goal is attached to a sequence. I know it sounds so easy, and it is, and I'm going to show you how to build one out in a second. So let's go into Infusionsoft and let me show you how to build out the campaign. And before I do, I'm going to open up my phone window, turn my phone off so it doesn't ring in the middle of this and scare the bejeebies out of us. So when you open up Infusionsoft, you're going to land in your dashboard. And to get into the campaign builder, you simply, I always say you simply, I got to change that. You hover over the Infusionsoft logo, come to the marketing section, down to campaign builder, and click it one time. It's really slow today. If you notice, I have some campaigns inside my Infusionsoft. You may not have any yet, but that's okay. If you want to start out with free, pre-built, Betty Crocker, ready-to-bake recipes, those are the Get Campaign templates right here. I think that's a great analogy because there's 2 ingredients. And these Get Campaign templates, this little button right here, let me highlight it for you. This little button right here will take you into our marketplace, and in our marketplace you can search for a birthday campaign, an event registration campaign, a flash sale campaign. You can find those and install them right into your Infusionsoft application with directions and everything. But I think it's really important to go to Baking 101 or Campaign Builder 101 and learn how to build it from scratch so you understand the way the ingredients work before getting those campaign templates. So we're going to actually build ours out from scratch. Erase my drawings, get my arrow back, and let me pause for a second to get a drink of water. And I'm back. So we're going to begin from scratch. I'm going to click on this green campaign, create a campaign button over in the right-hand corner, and I click it one time, and as soon as I do it, ask me to name my campaign. And that's important. Name your campaign what it is. Name your campaign what makes sense to you. And if you have more than one person creating campaigns in your Infusionsoft application, have them put their initials at the beginning, because then it's really easy to understand who built out what. Name the campaign what it is. This is going to be Get My Offers. So let me get rid of Untitled Campaign, Get My Offer Now. Hit Save, and when I hit Save, it will bring me into the Infusionsoft blank canvas. If you look all the way over to the left, if I click on Campaigns, it will bring me back into the campaign library. If I click on Get My Offer Now, it will bring me into the campaign we're working on. That's the canvas we're in now. You have the edit phase. We're in edit phase right now. The reporting phase, which there won't be any because we don't have a campaign yet. The stealth button you won't have because that's what you have when you're an employee. And the actions, if you click on the actions button, you'll see that you can rename this campaign. So if you hate what somebody named it, just go in and rename it. If you spelled something wrong, just go in and fix it. No big deal. So our toolbar is on the left-hand side. If you remember, we're going to begin our campaign with a goal. So I'm going to come over to the goals. I'm going to grab the goal web form submitted because that's one I said we were going to work on. I'm going to left click it and drag it right into my canvas. When I do, a black box appears beneath it. That's telling you, hey, rename me. Don't just call me web form submitted. Name me what I am. So I'm just going to name it what it is by calling this offer sign up. You can name it whatever it is. Offer sign up Facebook and then make another goal, offer sign up YouTube and make another goal, offer sign up Pinterest. You can make as many goals as you want. We're going to start this one out with a web form. If you'll notice, it's gray in color, and gray in color means it's not ready. So we just have our form up there in default mode. A goal is connected to a sequence. So I'm going to come up to my sequences in my toolbar to the left, grab the sequence, and drop it on my canvas, just like that. The box turns blue underneath, and that's telling you, hey, rename me. Don't leave me as untitled sequence, because someday you're going to look for me, and if you have 15 untitled sequences, you're going to drive yourself nuts. So I'm going to rename this Offer and More. Name it what you want to name it. You can always go double click, turn it blue again, and rename it. You're never stuck with the stuff you put in here. Now I have my goal in sequence. I'm going to make them a little bigger, and they're not connected. So if I put this goal in my web form, it's not going to do anything but be in my web form. It's not connected to my sequence. To connect the goal to my sequence, I'm going to hover over the goal, grab that green arrow, it will automatically appear. I'm going to drag it right into that rectangle, and now you can see that there's an arrow, and the foundation of my campaign is done. The goal connects to the sequence. Well, Judy, I want the sequence to push him into buying something, or I want the sequence to push him into clicking on a link and registering, for a free phone call. How would I do that? Well, I want them to buy a product from me. I'm going to give them 3 offers. So they're going to sign up on this form that we're going to build out. They're going to get 3 emails in this sequence, and then I want them to buy something. Well, the pattern is goal, sequence, goal. So I'm going to grab my shopping cart, name it purchased, product, and then I'm going to connect them by going to the object before and making the line. That's my campaign. It's simple, but it's very effective, and you can make a lot of money with just this simple campaign. The goal pushes to the sequence, and if they click on the Buy Now button and they have a successful purchase, it pushes them into the shopping cart. Now let's go build out the pieces. Everything is gray. That means it's in default mode and not ready. To build out the form, I put my cursor in the middle of the form, and I double click. Because I told Infusionsoft I want to build a form, the Form Builder app actually opens up. It's pretty cool. I'm going to go back to my Wi-Fi, I think, because this is just not working fast enough for me. My internet's slow. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Let me do that again. All right, there we go. For some reason, my internet's really slow. Sorry about that. Okay, come on, Infusionsoft. I'm just reopening my campaign. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Double-click on the form. The form builder will open up, and yours will open up a lot faster than mine, so sorry about the slowness. So I'll answer Terry's question while we're waiting. Can I use a pre-made web form from another campaign, or do you have to create one from scratch? You can use a pre-made campaign form from another campaign, and I don't know why my internet is not working. There it is. If you want to use one from another campaign, you'll simply, I'll show you how to do that in a moment. Right now we're going to build one out. When you click on the web form builder opens up. It opened up very slow, but it opens up. This is the default web form. You're in design phase and you get to create or design your form. I want to put a title on my form because I want people to know what they're signing up for. So I'm going to come to the Snippets tab. I'm going to grab the title, drop it on the top, and change the lorem ipsum to whatever I want it to say, and this is going to say sign up for my offers or offer. Now I can add content if I want to and let them know what they're signing up for by grabbing a paragraph and putting it right underneath and saying, hey, you're going to get a great offer for my product. It's going to knock your socks off. You're really going to want this. Please give me the information below. But you don't have to put content there. You can just use the content that's on your website, and this can just be sign up for my newsletter or sign up for my offers. So I'm not going to put content here, so I'm going to hit that little trash can. I'll get to your questions in a moment, Leslie and Lanzel. It automatically defaults with first name and email. If you need other fields, just come to the Field Snippets tab, and if I need their phone number because they're going to be signing up for a free, consultation, grab phone number, drop it where you want it. This little box will automatically appear, and this is where it's going to show up inside Infusionsoft, and this is just the label that's going to appear in your form, and I can put cell number. You can put whatever you want there. I can require it or not require it, and hit save. And I promise you it's usually a lot faster than this, which is probably good because it makes me slow down a little bit. Now you can see we have first name, cell number, and email. So Lanzel said I don't have the shopping cart trolley. That means that you only have the essentials and you don't have the e-commerce section inside Infusionsoft, or you have the e-commerce section of Infusionsoft, but you don't have permissions for that. So if you're the admin or owner of your Infusionsoft and you don't have the e-commerce and you need it, you can call our tech support and they can help you get that. So if you notice, there's a little bit of squishiness right here from my title, sign up for my offer and first name. In order to put a little bit of space, I need to come to my snippets, grab the spacer, put it right underneath the title where I want space and let it go. Hit save and that will give me my space. So you're kind of like building out piece by piece with building blocks your form. If you need their last name, you're going, Judy, I need first name and last name. I'm very formal. I'm a financial advisor, and I'd like to say Mrs. Miller or Ms. Miller. No problem. First name is already there, so just double-click where it says first name. This box will automatically appear. Check the last name box, and hit save, and now you'll automatically have first name and last name. This is really making me slow down a lot. Make sure this is plugged into the wall. It is. The email number is automatically there. If you want to put in your logo, you can come to snippets and put your logo in. And also, as you can see under field snippets, there's other information that you can grab. Once you're done creating the fields that you need to collect from that contact, you're going to come down to the submit button and change it. The submit button is very generic. You definitely want to change it. So when you come down to the submit button, double click it, and when you do the button open, the button builder will open. And you can change what that button says. I'm going to say get offer now and put in some exclamation points. I can change the alignment from left, right, or center. If I click on advanced styling, it gives me the ability to either put in some code, if you know the hex code for your colors and your branding, or you can click right here, come into this palette, and put in a pretty color. You can also change the font. You can change the border. You can make the border wider or no border at all. You can make the corners rounder or not round. And you can even come and change the size to make it bigger or smaller. Some people make it all the way across the whole web form so somebody can't miss it. So I changed the border and made it a little bit wider. Let me show you what that's going to look like. There we go. Get offer now. I made the border a little bit bolder, and that really pops out. If you want to change the colors of your title, you can simply hover over it, highlight it, come to format, and change the color. There's other things you can do with styling that you can come over to format and change the background color of your form, change the color of your labels, etc., and you can play around with that. Now that our form is created, the next step is to come over to the right. There's a little button that looks a little bit like a zipper, and it says draft, and you're going to hit ready. And you don't have to be scared to hit ready. People are like, oh no, it's going to go somewhere. It's not magically going to go anywhere. Ready just means, hey, Infusionsoft, we changed the form from your default form to what we want. That's it. It's just telling Infusionsoft you changed it. My draft is done. You can always go back and change it. Always. The next thing we're going to do is, if you notice, under Get My Offer Now, if I go down, I'm in the Design tab. The next tab to the right is the Thank You page. And I'm going to click that tab one time, and the thank you page builder is going to open up. And this gives you the ability to let people know, yay, your form was submitted correctly. I filled out a form yesterday for Zagat 5 times. I never knew if it was filled out or not. This thank you page will give you the ability to let your contacts know that was a successful submission. Thank you. Here's what to expect next. It automatically looks like this and you get to edit it. I'm going to change the image because my company isn't a great company. I mean it is, but it's not this a great company banner. So I'm going to double click it, and when I do, my image builder is going to show up. I can either add a brand new image or I can come to my library, and I have one called Thank You, so I'm going to get that one. It's called Thank You Script. I'm going to insert it, and there's my image just like that. You can insert whatever image you want there. You can also come to snippets and even put a video in there if you want. It defaults to thanks for filling out the form. I'm going to change it to you got it. It's automatically going to bring their first name in because they filled out the form and put in their first name. And in this section, I'm going to let them know you should be receiving an email from me shortly. If you don't, check your spam folder. They sneak in there sometimes. And I can be a little bit more whimsical because my business may be whimsical. But if you're a financial advisor or if you're a real estate agent, you might say, you should be receiving an email from me shortly. If you don't, please check your spam folder or your promotions tab in Gmail. Sometimes they get stuck there. Let them know that they should be getting an email shortly, right now. And if they don't, then they need to check their spam. And then down on the bottom it says continue here or click here to continue browsing. This is where you're going to resend them somewhere, and we recommend that you do that. So it might say, hey, check out my Facebook page. Hey, go back to my website. Highlight it, add the content you want to add, come up to the link button, and put in the web address. So I'm just going to put in www.infusionsoft.com. If they click there, they'll go back to Infusionsoft. Hit Insert Update, and my thank you page is done. The next tab from Thank You page going to the right is your Settings tab. This is where you can actually be notified every time somebody fills out that form if you want to be. Devin, if you want to get an email every time somebody fills out that form from your website or from YouTube or wherever you're posting that form, you can be notified. Just put your email address right here where it says send email to. If you have more than one person that you want to be notified, put a comma and put their email address. Well, Judy, what's the email going to say? It's going to say whatever you put here. So you can say, someone filled out a form to get our offers. Yippee. And if you have more than one person, just put their email address and a comma and the next person's email address, and everyone can be notified. Whatever they fill out in that form is going to be sent to you in an email. Judy Miller filled out the form. Here's her name. Here's her email address. And here is her birthday if you have birthday down as one of the fields. If you are getting too many blings on your phone, you're getting blown up and you don't want to know every time somebody fills out that form, you can still check inside Infusionsoft, but if you don't want to be notified every time, just get rid of your email address there and that'll do it for you. Cool? Cool. The last tab is the code tab. And I'm probably going to say this 25 times before the end of the webinar, but you don't grab your code. You don't send your code to your web developer. You don't grab it and put it on your website until you publish the campaign. If you do, you'll get that default form that we saw at the beginning that just says name, email address, and that's gray that says submit. You don't grab the code until you publish your campaign, but I'm going to show you the code now just because we're here. If you have a webmaster and you're like, Judy, I don't want to see this code, it scares the bejeebies out of me like it used to scare me, and you have a webmaster or a developer or somebody that's going to do it for you, come down to the little envelope with the A in it, hit have your webmaster do it, put in their email address, and mail this out to them. Hey, can you get this on the website immediately? Thank you. Also, here's a URL for our Facebook ad. You're awesome. And it will send everything that person needs. You don't have to even see the code, which is awesome because sometimes it really scares you. If you're going to do it yourself, you're going to come here to the Do It Yourself button. You have three options. You have the JavaScript snippet and you have HTML code. You're going to copy all the code, go to your website, open up the page that you want it on, drop the code in a text box or an HTML box. As soon as you publish it on your website, our form will appear. Awesome? Awesome. If you don't have a website yet, hey Judy, I'm just starting out. I'm selling facial cream that takes all your wrinkles away, and I have about 500 people that I have on Facebook, and I want them to click on a link on Facebook. I want to run a Facebook ad. I want to post on Facebook. I want to send it in an email. I want to put it on my YouTube page. Awesome. Use a hosted version. You don't even have to have a website. You'll just grab this pretty URL right here, and you'll put that inside your Facebook ad where it says, where do you want to direct these people to? On YouTube, what URL do you want to direct people to? And you'll use this URL. The only difference between the web form URL and the pretty one is the pretty one you can come and edit and say, get my great offers now. And hit save, and now that's what your URL looks like. So if they click on a Facebook ad, click on a picture, if they look in the address bar, it's going to say, get my great offers now, and they're going to go, oh yeah, that's right, I was going to get these great offers. From this crazy girl that does ideas, sends out ideas. When you're done with the code, we're going to come back to get my offer, and we're going to go back to the campaign. And you'll see that the form is now green and gray. Green with gray stripes means that it's ready. It's not published, can't use the code yet, it's just ready. Now we're going to come into the sequence. When we double-click the form builder opened up. When I double-click the sequence builder opens up. And the sequence always begins with a start. And that little start button is green, which means it's ready, and it's saying to you, hey Jill, hey Leslie, hey Sarah, hey Terry, what do you want to automatically happen next? Somebody reached your goal, what now? That little start button should say what now? That's the perfect name for it. It's the what now button. What happens next? And you guys get to think in your head, well, I came to the Managed Contacts webinar, or I met with my coach, and we know that we want to tag these people so we know exactly where they came from or what they signed up for. I want to tag these people that they're on my offers list. Just in case they don't buy, maybe in 6 months I can look for the people that didn't buy and send them another offer. So I want to tag anyone that fills out this form, and I want to give them the tag offer sign up. So I'm going to come over to my toolbar on the left. I'm going to look for process. It's right here. Oh, there's apply a tag. I'm going to grab it and let it go. The arrow will automatically appear, and it's gray. Gray means it's not set up. So I'm going to double click. It opens up the tag builder, and I'm going to put April offer sign up. Easy enough. Name it what it is so that you can find it easily, because it's not a March offer sign up anymore. It's an April offer sign up. So I'm going to hit create. And I just did that April offer sign up so I could have a different tag in there. You can just do offer sign up. You don't have to be so descriptive. I'm going to hit save, and now my tag's green. And now next week I can do a search and say I want to find everyone that has the tag April offer sign up. And all those people will show up that filled out that form. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I promise them that they're going to get an email immediately. So I need to send an email immediately. I'm going to come over to communications right here in the middle, grab an email, drop it on my canvas. It's gray, and it also came up with a box. The box is telling you to rename it. Don't just leave it untitled email. This is going to be called offer 1 and welcome. Name it what it is so you know what it is and spell it right. Name it what it is so when you need to go edit one, you'll know exactly what you're editing. It's gray, which means it's not ready. So I'm just going to double click and you'll see the pattern here. When you double click something, it opens up and it will open up to your template builder. If you went to the webinar yesterday, or if you didn't, you can just let me know and I'll send you the recording. We have a gallery of templates. Or you may have already created one, and I did, so I'm going to come to my templates and I'm going to grab my template that I want to use. It's right here. Hit Use Template. The template comes up. I can hit this little arrow going down right in the middle, and I can edit it. Welcome, and here you go. Here is your offer. Come up to the right-hand corner, and I do have to set the draft as ready. All the way to the left and go back into my sequence. And now the envelope is green, which means it's done. You can always go back and edit it. The green is a visual so that you know you worked on that. Now what do I want to do? Well, I sent them the offer, but if they don't buy, in a couple days I want them to get another email because they're hot to trot. They just filled out the form and they're hot leads. So I'm going to get a timer in my timer section in the toolbar. Grab my timer. It's gray. Gray means not ready. So I double click it. And how many days do I want to wait? I think I just want to wait 2 days. Get them while they're hot. Hit save. And now I'm going to put another email. I can either come over to the communications bar and grab another email and go into my templates and grab the email that I want. Or easier than that, I can just right-click the email I already created because I already have the right branding on it. Hit, hey, Infusionsoft, can you make a copy of that? Awesome. Move it to the right of the clock. Hover over the clock. Attach the two. Awesome. Now I need to change the title. Double click. And this is going to be called Offer 2, 20% off. Name it what it is. So if you have to change something, you'll know exactly what it is. It's a good tip right there. It's gray. Double click. I go in and I edit what I need to edit because you don't want to send the same email twice. So be creative. In my title, I'm going to put second chance. Second chance for romance. Not really. And then I'll do something creative in the email to let them know that here's their second chance. And because they didn't pop at the first one, I'm going to give them 20% off, an offer they can't refuse. Going to come to the draft button and set it ready. Go back to my sequence. So I'm being a little silly here. You know, you wouldn't put second chance for romance, or maybe you would, but you want to get them to open that email. And then you want them to click on that offer. There's my email. It's green. It means it's ready. I'm going to grab another timer because I know it takes a few times to touch someone before they're actually going to purchase. And I'm going to double click, and maybe this time I'll wait 3 days. Perfect. And I'm going to make one more email. Put it down in the bottom. Connect it by going into the clock. You can do it all the way to the right if you want. Then you have to hold your shift key and right click, and you can move your canvas. So I did that. I'm holding down my shift key and my right click, and I can move my canvas. But I like it going left to right and then right to left. Now I'm going to go ahead and double click that email. Change my title. Third and final offer. Set it ready. Go back to the sequence. So now I better change the title, offer 3. This time I'm going to give them 30% off. And I'm going to put one last timer in there. I'm going to set that timer for 2 weeks. So that anyone that gets here is in a holding tank. And maybe next week I'll want to write another email, I'm not sure. Or send them an email and ask them if they'd like to get my newsletter. So I'm just going to put this little holding tank here or space holder just in case I want to add something new. Put an email there so you can see when I go to publish it what it's going to show me. Now that my sequence is done, even though this one email is not done yet, that's okay. I don't have to have everything done. I'm going to come up to the little draft button in the right-hand corner, click it one time and set it ready. I'm going to go back to my sequence, back to my campaign. The last piece is to set up my shopping cart because I do have offer number 1 in there immediately. So if someone fills out the form, they may purchase. So I'm going to double click my shopping cart, any purchase, and hit save. Now I have my campaign all light green and it's ready to publish. I don't have to have everything completely ready to test it out. So I'm going to come to the blue publish button in the right-hand corner and hit publish. And when I do, Infusionsoft is going to check it out. It's going to go through the campaign and make sure that everything's done. When you get your checklist, the most important part of it is right down here. Campaign passes functional inspection. That's telling you that everything that you have set up so far is going to work. Yes. So I'm going to hit the publish button again, but you can see that one element's marked as not ready. That was that one email in there that we were maybe going to do in 2 weeks. Maybe I'm not. It's not ready. It's not going to go out. It's fine. I can still publish. So I'm going to hit the publish button, and when I do, it's going to give us a different look inside Infusionsoft. This is called the reporting mode. And in that document that I'm sending you that Jill created, you can learn more about the reporting mode. To test it out, I'm going to come back into edit mode, and I want to test this out and see if it works. So I'm going to come to the form and double click it. This is also when you'll go grab your code. When I double click it, the form is going to open up, and there's 2 different ways that I can test it out. And it usually opens a lot faster than this. I'm sorry that my internet's really slow. I can either come up to the test button in the right-hand corner and click on Judy Miller, or you can grab the hosted version and just click on it and try it out. When you click on it, it's going to open up another window with the form, and I'm going to go ahead and fill it out. I'm going to spell my name different so you can see how it works with the thank you page. I'm going to give myself three J's, put Judith, put in 2 R's for Miller, my cell number, put in my email address, and then I'm going to hit Get Offer Now. When I do, you're going to notice that the thank you page opens up. Ta-da! Thank you. That's a thank you page we created. You got it, Judith, with 3 J's because that's what I typed in that label. You should be receiving an email shortly, and if I hit click here to continue browsing, it will take me to Infusionsoft.com because that's what I put down. So let me click on it, and it will redirect me to Infusionsoft.com because that's what I put in that link. Now let's go back into Infusionsoft. Open up another Infusionsoft. And let me search for Judy with 3 J's. JJJ. There she is. Open up her contact record. Open up her contact record from the interactive view. If I scroll down, I should have April offer list or sign up. There's the tag, April offer sign up. It was added on 4/6, so we know that part worked. If you go right into the middle in the campaign tab, scroll down a little bit, you can see the recent campaign history. Offer sign up filled out on the 6th at 10:38. At 10:38, it sent off an email to Judy Miller, and at 10:38, it secretly applied a tag to my contact record. The person that filled out the form doesn't know it, but you can do a search now and see all the people that filled out that form, just like that. If you scroll down a little bit further, you'll see that on April 10th, Judy's going to get offer 2, and then on April 13th, she's going to get offer 3, and then there's a wait until the 27th. So we know that the campaign is working. If you need to, and you have 15 emails in there, you can set the timers for 5 minutes, and you can have them trigger every 5 minutes and see that campaign work out really quickly and test it out. Now, I know what you're thinking. Let me go back to the campaign. You're thinking, oh no, if someone fills out the form, they're going to be put into the sequence. This sequence has 3 emails in it. Offer 1, if they buy, I don't want them to get offer 2 for 20% off, and I certainly don't want them to get offer 3 for 30% off. They will be mad as rattlesnakes. I don't want that to happen. What do I do, Judy? How do I do that? Do I have to wake up and look for all the people that bought and take them out of the campaign? Nope, you don't. If you notice in the campaign builder, this sequence right here has a little blue flag in the left-hand corner. And if you click on that flag just one time, a box will appear. And it's already defaulted to this flag setting, and the flag setting says, hey, Infusionsoft, if someone purchases and reaches the next goal, please stop immediately and push them further on down the funnel. I'm sure you've heard that before. Please stop them in the sequence. Don't give them offer number 2. Don't give them offer number 3. Move them to the customer sequence. Move them out of this. Please, please, please. And Infusionsoft will do that automatically because they had a successful goal reached. When they reach that goal, it takes them out of the first sequence. Why would you use run until completed? Well, you may be a personal injury lawyer and you're giving out a 5-part series. You want them to set up a free consultation by clicking on a button, but even if they set up that free consultation, you promised them a 5-part series, you want to give them that 5-part series. So you'll put it on the little fossil button. But for the most part, and it always defaults and protects you, stop immediately. When the next goal is achieved, stop, stop, stop. Don't send them offer 2 and 3. So we have our goal, we have our sequence, we have our goal. If they become a customer, we may put a new sequence here. This is called our customer sequence. Double click, and the start button says, what next? Well, I want to tag them. The tag I want to give them, double click, is the customer tag. I already have a customer tag, and then I may want to send them an email. Just like that. If I go back to my sequence, or back to my campaign, there's our goal, it's ready. There's our sequence, it's published. Our product is published, and this is not ready yet, and you can see that it's just another sequence following our pattern, goal, sequence, goal, sequence. Now you may have people that came to an event last week and you're like, Judy, I just got Infusionsoft, but I went to an event last week. I got about 15 names, and all of these people want to be in my offer and more sequence, but I didn't have it ready yet. Well, now I have it ready, but the people are already inside Infusionsoft. How do I get them in this campaign without making them go back to my website and filling out a form? Isn't that redundant? Do I have to do that? Nope. Go to your Infusionsoft contacts. When you go to your contacts, click on the people that you want to add to the campaign. So it might be just these 5 people. Or if you want to choose everyone, just click on this little button on top. Once you checkbox the people that you want to push into the campaign, hit the Actions button, and all the way down to the almost bottom, you'll see it says Start, Stop, a Campaign Sequence. I'm going to click on that, and Infusionsoft is going to say, okay, looks like you have 5 people. What campaign do you want to send them to? Well, I want them to start, moving over to the right, in my Get My Offer Now campaign, in the Offer and More sequence, and when I hit Process Action, Infusionsoft will scoop up those 5 people, and it will drop them right into that campaign. If my customer campaign was already published, the customer campaign would show up here, and if you had 5 people that bought, you can drop them into the customer campaign. Before I get to your questions, and there are a few of them, I want to show you a couple more slides because I think it will make sense. Gray is not ready. It's in default mode. Light green with stripes is ready but not published. Emerald green is Oz. You got there. It's published. You can start using it and grab your code, etc. This is gonna probably freak you out and put your seatbelt on. This is a complex campaign. But if we put it under a microscope and you really take a look at it, it's just a goal that leads to a sequence that leads to another goal. So when they reach that next goal, it stops everything on the left, pushes them on to the right to the next sequence. When they reach the next goal, it pushes them into the next sequence and stops everything on the left and adds them to the last goal, which takes them out of this campaign, and they're done with this campaign and maybe go to another one. Isn't that cool? So I want you to remember this one thing. Your simple one campaign is more important than your complex none campaign. A lot of people buy Infusionsoft, they went to an event, they're ready to go, and they're going to build out what's on the right. But they never really tested what's on the left and felt really secure with Infusionsoft and said, yep, I get it, it's going to work. So it's really important to build out the simple one first. It can be very effective. It's great follow-up. You can get lots of sales. I've seen people make $10,000 in 10 minutes with a very simple campaign. Because all that's on the right is a goal that pushes people into a sequence that when they reach the next goal, it drops them out of the sequence to the left and pushes them on to the funnel to the sequence on the right. But you got to practice and build out what's on the left first. Feel comfortable. Feel confident. Test it out and see it working. Ask 3 people if you can put them in the campaign and see how it works. And then you can start building out what's on the right. You can do it. I know you can do it because I am the most untechnical person in the world and it takes me a while to learn it. But if I can build out a simple campaign and even build out a complex campaign, you can do it too. And we have the people here to help you. So my challenge to you is get inside Infusionsoft, put it on your calendar every day for 15 minutes, build out a simple campaign, create and do that automation with the builder. Publish it, put yourself in it or a friend, see that magic work, test it out, and start all over again and build it out even more. You always have tech support to ask questions to. They can't spend an hour building a campaign out, but you can build out the campaign. Call tech support and go, hey, is this going to work? I made this form. Is it going to work? And they'll let you know, looks like it is going to work. It looks great. So let's go to questions, keeping with my water and beach theme. It'll take me a second, but let me scroll down and get to your questions. So can you use a pre-made form or a form that you've already created inside Infusionsoft? You can. If I go to Campaign Builder, I can click on this form. Oh, this internet's so slow. Come to Actions, and I can copy it from another campaign. I want to copy this from the testimonial generator. I want this form. It will put it up there. Hit Use This, and it will make a complete replica of that form, just like that. So Leslie said, I've set up a webinar contact us form, a web form contact us form on our website. Is it also possible to create a link that can be shared to social media? It doesn't work very well right now. It will only go to your Facebook personal page. So we just don't have that capability right now. So it doesn't really work the right way. Lanzell candles. I don't have a shopping cart trolley. Again, check and see what version that you have of the software. If you come into your Infusionsoft, let me get out of here, and you come over to Manage Accounts or Your Accounts, you'll be able to see which one you have right there. So Devin asked, I want to use a thank you page to provide a download. So Devin, I wouldn't give them the download on the thank you page because you can't track that if they opened it or not. On the thank you page, I just say, hey, this was a success. please look in your mailbox. You should have an email with your downloadable link there. And then give them the download in the email, because then if they click on the downloadable document, you can tag them, and you can also track if they opened that email or not. If you do it on the thank you page, you won't be able to track that. So that's why I showed you it this way. If you put it on the thank you page, you won't be able to track and see if they opened it or not. So that's just best practices. I don't like the tiny file icon with the little paper clip. It looks like an amateur. So Devin, in our new email builder, there's a button, and you can actually put the file on the button, and when they click on the button, it will download that file. So in the email builder, let me just grab one of my emails real quick. I apologize for the slowness, but it is making me go slower, so I've gone down like 10 notches in slow. If I click on this one, use this template, a little bit smaller. Here's a button right here. Click on the button, come over to the left to the toolbar. I can do a file download, grab the file that I want them to download, 5 Fun Ideas, change my button to Get Ideas Now, preview it. Now you'll see that it's not a little paperclip anymore. It's a button that says Get Ideas Now, and if they click on that, it will download that file. So I hope that that solves your problem. And you can put this download button. So Devin also asked, where can you put the button anywhere? You can take this button and you can make buttons just by coming to blocks. And in the emails, you can put a button anywhere you want to put a button just by clicking on button. So Karen said, how do I set up a reminder email and an upcoming call that they signed up for? Let me show you. So I'm going to try to think of the best way to do this. I'm going to put in an internal form. This is going a little bit deeper, but an internal form is used internally. So make believe this campaign isn't even here. Let me move it up. I'm going to double click here and I'm going to open up this form. Of course, you have to build it out. First name, email, and I'm going to come to field snippets and I'm going to put in another snippet. And this snippet is going to be called the date of appointment. There it is right there. I actually want appointment date. So I'm going to create a new field. Date of appointment. Now I have a field that's a custom field that will go in the person's contact record. This is the internal form. There's more things you can do with this, and we do have a video on our YouTube channel on how to do more, but let me just get that ready. So I created the form. You fill out this form when you set up an appointment with someone. So if you're talking on the phone, talking to Judy Miller, and you set up an appointment, you'll fill out this form. And then you're going to want to grab a timer. First, we're going to put a sequence, goal sequence. I'm going to double click the sequence, so I hope that you're following me. This starts as, what do you want to happen? Well, I want to put in a timer that's going to go off 3 days before their appointment. It's a different timer. It's called a field timer. I'm going to double click the timer, and I'm going to tell Infusionsoft I want this next email to go off 3 days before the date of their appointment. Here's the email reminder. Ugh. Then I want to put in another timer, and this one may be 2 days out or 1 day out. 1 day before day of appointment. Then of course you'll come in and you'll create that email. This one will go out 3 days before. This one will go out 1 day before. Now you do have to come in and set this ready, and you do have to publish the campaign. So I'm going to publish that. And now if I'm talking to Judy Miller on the phone, again, I'm getting a little bit deeper here. I can come to my internal forms. I can choose the one that, I think I just named it Internal Form Submitted. Fill out that form, put in the date of appointment, and as soon as I put that date of appointment and hit save, it will trigger that email to go off 3 days before and 1 day before, because I filled out that field inside Infusionsoft, inside the person's contact record, and made that appointment. And that's how you do that. Yay, I boosted someone's confidence. They think they can do it. That's awesome. Leslie, thanks. Does the thank you page have to be a page on my website? The thank you page is actually an Infusionsoft page. It's created by Infusionsoft, so you don't have to have a page created on your website. Inside the campaign builder, let me get out of this. If you want to redirect them to a secret page that's already on your website, you can do that. There is a place. You don't have to use our thank you page. So if I come here to offer sign up, I come to the thank you page. You can also say, I don't want to use your thank you page. Come to web address, and you can redirect them to whatever page you want to redirect them to. David said, if I want to create an email to link people to a web form, then after they sign up my web form, they'll get a coupon. All you would do is create the form inside Infusionsoft, and once you create the form inside Infusionsoft, you're going to come to the code, and you're going to get, so first you're going to make the code, the form, and then you're going to have a sequence, and that sequence, there's an email with a coupon in it. But in order to send that form for them to fill out, you use a hosted version, and you're going to grab this link and put that link in a button in the email builder. So you're going to take that link and copy it, come to your button, put that link here, and then this will be Get My Coupon Now. When you send off the email and somebody gets the email and clicks on Get My Coupon Now, they're going to get that form popped up. They're going to fill out that form. That form is automatically going to put them into that campaign and send them the coupon just like that. So your goal would be a web form was filled out. How do I access this training inside Infusionsoft? I will send the recording to you, and I want to use yours. I don't know what that means. I want to use yours. You want to use my web form? Oh, she wants to use my web form, and she wants to know if she can copy my web form. You can't take a web form from one person's app and move it into another app, but this is a pretty nice web form. Before I leave, I'm going to send you all the recordings and stuff, but I just want to show you my YouTube channel, because on my YouTube channel, and you're going to get a link to this, if you scroll down, you'll see that I have one called How to Collect Leads Using Infusionsoft's Hosted Form, Automating Your Tasks, How to Create Those Tasks Inside Infusionsoft, that's the internal form, How to Get Your Form on Your Website. But what I wanted to show you is, this is my YouTube channel, and I want people to sign up for my marketing ideas. I don't have a website anymore, so I have a marketing ideas button right here, and there's an Infusionsoft hosted form under there. So if people click on it, it will open up the hosted form, and people can sign up right there. And that form is just a form created inside Infusionsoft. I don't have a website. It's just a form that Infusionsoft is holding for me, and if somebody fills that out, they'll be pushed into Infusionsoft and get into the campaign. So pretty easy. So thank you for coming. It's 11 o'clock and I have another appointment really, really quick. Thank you for joining me. By lunchtime, after lunchtime, I will send you all these goodies. If you have any questions, you can always reach me at basictraining@infusionsoft.com. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being an Infusionsoft customer. I hope this did boost your confidence a little bit, and I hope that you will go in and play around with the software. Thank you so much and hope to see you guys again. Bye-bye.